So as you guys can tell from the intro of this video, I am here in NBA 2K16 with a brand new MyGM series. We will be using the Brooklyn Nets here in NBA 2K16. Now the Brooklyn Nets have been titled the hardest team to rebuild in NBA 2K16. Why? Well, because they've got a ton of players with huge contracts. So let's take a look at what we have to work with. We've got Brook, Lopez, Joe Johnson, Jared Jack, Thaddeus Young, a bunch of decent players, but for the most part, a lot of these players on the team have to go. So taking a look at what our owner wants us to accomplish over the course of the season, usually the owner talks about doing some simple stuff like making the playoffs or increasing team chemistry or increasing fan interest. This guy starts off by saying, I want a big three in Brooklyn. That has to be one of the hardest tasks to do for any NBA team. And since the Brooklyn Nets are so hard to rebuild, this should be a very, very hard task to accomplish, but it should be a lot of fun. Now, I know I haven't been too consistent with my MyGM series. As you guys know, I didn't upload my Philadelphia 76ers MyGM series for 2 months, but that's because I just got so bored with NBA 2K15. But now that we're here in NBA 2K16, new game, new me, let's see how this goes. Now, MyGM this year is so deep. There is literally so much to do. So if you guys want to see episode number 2, be sure to hit that like button for me. 100 likes for episode number 2. But taking a look at what our owner wants us to accomplish, as you can see, he wants us to build a big three. He wants us to increase team morale, those type of things. Now, one of the newest features of NBA 2K16 MyGM is team relocation. So I need your guys' help. Where should I relocate the Brooklyn Nets? Let me know in the comment section down below. I'm thinking about taking them to a state that has never gotten an NBA team before, so maybe like Hawaii or Alaska. But there are so many cities here you guys can see on your screen right now. Let me know in the comment section down below, where do you want to see the Brooklyn Nets move, or do you just want to see them stay in Brooklyn? Let me know. But look at all the, you have Anaheim, you have Hawaii, you have Dallas, Phoenix, Honolulu, a bunch of different cities and states. You got Memphis, you got Omaha, Nebraska, you got Milwaukee, Chicago, Indianapolis, Louisville. The list just goes on and on. And a brand new feature as well is if you decide to relocate, you can design the entire stadium yourself. So that's an amazing feature. So yeah, guys, let me know in the comment section down below, where do you want to see the Brooklyn Nets go to? Now, the reason you guys clicked on this video is so you guys can see some trades. Starting things off here, I want to see what I can get for Brook Lopez and Joe Johnson. Those are our two best players on the team, and they also have the most trade value on this team. Now, this team really does not have too much trade value. I mean, outside of Brook Lopez and Joe Johnson, who else can really be a big name player to go ahead and trade? So we need to get something big for these two players right now, or else if we wait, their trade value will definitely go down. Now, none of these trades are looking too intriguing. I mean, you saw Tony Parker right there, Enes Kanter, but I mean, honestly, none of this stuff was looking too spectacular to me. So I decided to take my talents to the 3-team trade, and let's see what we can go ahead and do. Now, I want to bring a superstar to Brooklyn, and first of all, I was looking at Carmelo Anthony. Now, Carmelo Anthony is an insanely hard player to get because not only does he have a no trade clause, but Phil Jackson himself has to clear the no trade clause in order to trade Carmelo Anthony. So that alone is very hard to do. You have to give the Knicks an amazing deal, and I thought I gave them a pretty good deal, as you guys will see here in a minute. So they will end up receiving Brook Lopez and Joe Johnson from Brooklyn, and then Sacramento would go ahead and give them a couple players as well. Seth Curry would go to New York, and also the Knicks would get 2 first-round draft picks. Not 1, not 3, but 2 first-round draft picks. I thought this was a great deal for all the teams. I mean, Sacramento was getting a nice player from New York, and as you can see on your screen right now, they did not accept the deal. The Kings accepted the deal, but the Knicks just did not want to let go of Carmelo Anthony. So we'll revise this deal later on in the season, and hopefully we can go ahead and pick up Carmelo Anthony. But let me know in the comment section down below, which superstar should I go after? Because there are so many players, maybe like a Paul George or a Carmelo Anthony. Let me know, because I really want to get a superstar on this team. Now, we can't finish this episode without making a trade, and a couple players that I really don't like on this team include Andrea Bargnani and Sergi Karasev. These are 2 players who, although they are 70 overall, decent role players, I just never liked in NBA 2K. That's my own opinion. Obviously, everybody thinks differently, but these are 2 players that I wanted to trade immediately. Now, we came up to this trade from the Atlanta Hawks, a 2016 first-round pick and Thiago Splitter for Andre Bargnani and Sergi Karasev. You honestly cannot turn down that deal. That's an amazing deal because not only are you getting a phenomenal center in Thiago Splitter, but you're also getting a first-round draft pick for next season. Now, I know the Hawks are a great team, but you can use this pick for trades in the future. So I believe it was an amazing trade for the Brooklyn Nets. We picked up Tiago Splitter. That is our very first trade of this series, and as you guys saw from the intro, there was a mystery player seen. That player was Tiago Splitter. Let me know in the comment section down below if you were able to guess that, but that player was Tiago Splitter. Now, I decided to play around with the trades a little bit, try to go after Damian Lillard, see what I can get for him, and I could definitely pick up Damian Lillard. I just have to add maybe a couple more first-round picks and maybe add a third team into the mix. But Damian Lillard is a player that I could definitely get over the course of this series. So that is going to be it for the very first episode of the Brooklyn Nets MyGM series. I hope you guys enjoyed the trade. Let me know what you thought about the trade in the comment section down below. And if you guys want to see episode number 2, I'll probably upload it either later today or maybe early tomorrow. Be sure to hit that like button for me. 100 likes for episode number 2.